This little walk and talk style video is cool for me because I get to practice speaking my truth. And I'm not very good at it yet. And there was something that a coach said. This is Joe Hudson, who does, personal coaching. He said that when you are speaking your truth, it feels like it's not even you saying it. Like like it's I don't know. You go into like a state, and it just comes out. You're sort of almost acting involuntarily. And I like that because it relates to this thing that I've been getting into, which is that I'm more and more aware of how overly mental we all are. We're just so left brain, which is to say we're all about thinking about everything consciously, like the internal dialogue is just off the charts. And we're not doing very much sensing or just kind of feeling, more right brain stuff. And that's an incredibly interesting topic to me. Because those two ways of being, they need to operate in concert. And when you have an imbalance, in this case, culturally, we rely so much on left brain stuff that it correlates so well with things like depression and stress. You just overthink yourself into a horrible state. I do that. But that's not normal. It's not normal. And animals, thank you, right on cue. We got a turkey. He's hiding over there. Can I do this? We're gonna zoom in. Where is he? He's hiding behind the car. Is this good content? There you are. I see you, turkey. So a wild animal like that is not stressed. They're not stressed. They might have acute stress, like, get scared and run away kind of thing, but they are not chronically stressed because they can't overthink anything. It's like not even possible. Whereas I can descend into just madness about some imaginary argument. I can have imaginary arguments in my head, sometimes with imaginary people, and I'll just realize, so I'm like, I'm just like having an argument in my head that has nothing to do with anything that's happening around me. Like, what? That's not right. That's not normal. That's certainly not what I want. So I've been working on just how can I get out of that space and into a right brain kind of space where I get to observe and sense and feel, but not just cognitively crunch everything with a non-stop inner dialogue. I don't want to get the hell away from that, because that gets in the way of me enjoying life and enjoying walking around with my baby, which, if I'm in the wrong headspace, I might not enjoy that. I might kind of miss it. I might go for a walk with him, have him fall asleep on me, but be running some weird argument in my head. Ugh. or I might not see how beautiful it is, or hear the wind in the trees. I don't know if you can hear that. Yeah, I'm wearing a microphone here, which is great for my voice, but not necessarily great for the environmental sounds. Oh. So I've been working on these things to get myself into more right brain stuff. And it's things like dancing, meditation, which is cool. Gosh, they're both amazing. And just a couple of years ago, I definitely wouldn't have thought dancing was cool. Well, I mean, I would have thought it was cool, but I could not have allowed myself to do it. And I wasn't into meditation. It's beautiful. But yeah, I'm into both of them now. Now I'm like looking for opportunities. Like, how can I do them? Check this out. It's just a pretty little creek view down there. Okay, now we have an issue. So my baby is slipping, and I'm also holding a camera, so I need to set my camera down somewhere and then reposition my baby. Oh, can you see that? Oh, oh. The best. Gosh, it's so nuts to think how much misery is just self-created in our heads. I'm not saying it all is, but the interpretation of what's going on, that's our reality. That's everything. Okay, here's my opportunity. Set you down. Give this guy a little boost. Come on up, buddy. Yeah. Oh, you're so sleepy. Yeah. There we go. Oh. That's one thing I love about doing the jacket wrap, is that it's flexible. And when he is uncomfortable, I can move him around. We can find a position that ends up working for both of us. And rather than being stuck in a carrier where you're kind of just stuck in one position, that's all they get. This feels much more personal and just delightful. I love it. Now sometimes I use a carrier. I don't not ever use them. They're great when you need both hands. But if I don't need both hands, then the jacket wrap is the way to go. So snuggly and warm in there. This is just turning out to be a great little creek day. This is my favorite bridge. It is just, it's so pretty. Look at this. Walking through this little green tunnel here. See, I want to be in that frame of mind where I can appreciate that, really appreciate it. And that is right brain. If you haven't seen I can't remember what the title was, but like Stroke of Genius or something like that. It's a TED Talk, super popular. I feel like everyone's seen it, but if you haven't seen it, just do TED Talk stroke. Just Google that, you'll get it. And it's about a neuroscientist who has a stroke and is realizing what's going on and is able to really witness her own stroke and see, gain insight into the workings of her own brain. And what happens is the stroke is on the left side of her brain. And so she loses periodically in these kind of waves, she would lose function of the left side of her brain, which meant that she would lose all of the over-analyzing cognitive parts. And what she was left with was like oneness with the universe and beauty and awe and, and all of that. But she also couldn't, like, analyze numbers or read or anything. It's just it's a great talk, and it illustrates what I'm talking about, of trying to appreciate how your brain works and what it gives you as far as a way of viewing the world. And that's my alarm going off, because I got to get this baby back, and I need to get to my next thing in life. So thanks for joining me on my walk, and I'll see you next time. Have a great, fantastic, beautiful, wonderful day, and take a moment to appreciate just how perfect you are and how justified in being exactly how you are. You are. All right. I love your pants off, and I'll see you next time.